Vicky's on the apron. Vicky on the apron grabs the baseball bat back. Oh, a slap across the face. No disqualification under triple threat rules. Haskins gonna try and roll him up. Instead he transitions, looking for the sharpshooter. Can he get Cruz on his stomach? He does. Cruz, middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Leaning backwards, Cruz tap, and Haskins is going to no regret.
The winner of the match as a result of a submission. And now, #1 contender to the Defiant Wrestling World Championship, Mark Haskins!
Here it is again, David Starr moaning, whinging. Oh! Next time you want to come out here and interrupt someone like David Starr, who, by the way, has scratched and clawed his way to get to the very top of independent wrestling, why don't you show some respect? Who are you to speak for me? You don't need someone to speak for you. David Starr doesn't need someone to speak for him, but maybe you should get someone to wrestle for you, because tonight didn't go so well, and neither did it with Gabriel Kidd. So how about you back off and change the tone of your voice?
Back off here between. Oh my God! Oh my God! What was that? What on earth was that? Well, which one was it going to be? Chaos or order? I think we have our answer.
The world champion has just gone wild. I have no idea what's happening.
I don't care.
You don't care?
I don't care. I'll fight Rampage if you need it. I'll set it straight.
Next week, Kyle Fletcher versus Rampage.
Prince Amin with the shove. Oh no, he's behind you, Dunn. Camden, look, Miller. Here comes the ups and downs. Sit out power slam from Simon Miller. The cover, and Simon Miller picks up the win. Is wide.
Why can't Prince Amin upload stuff to YouTube? It's pretty simple. You just click the mouse, you fill in all the details, and you SEO it to hell.
Miller!
Oi!
Alright! So, you don't have a number yet for this Rumble, do you?
I don't have my number yet for the Rumble. I don't. You're damn right I do. I'm ready. You know, a year ago it's when I debuted. Hence why I'm coming back 12 months later, I know. Didn't go too well, but that's not what you don't look in the past, you look forward, you look to the future. Yeah. Let's go in. Is that it?
Go. I'm not looking.
I got 2.
Oh! I'm guessing you luck. Is it good? Ah, it's good, isn't it?
Is there any good number in the Rumble? It's not bad.
Okay.
I'm pretty excited. I tell you, it's different now. You'll see. Plans.
Good luck.
I gotta upload this video.
Enormous opportunity for Aussie Open's Kyle Fletcher. Tonight on Loaded, he goes one-on-one with the Defiant World Champion Rampage. If Fletcher wins, he will be added to the main event of No Regrets. Dave Bradshaw here with James R. Kennedy. And James, what a chance this is for young Kyle Fletcher.
Amazing opportunity for one half of Aussie Open to fight his way into the main event of No Regrets. And speaking of fighting, that's what you're going to see tonight. Gabriel Kidd, the number 30 entrant in the No Regrets Rumble, one-on-one with the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
Yeah, last time that match happened was at Magnificent 7. It was a 20-minute time limit draw. The rematch is happening right now.
Comes the man who, for my money, is the favourite in that upcoming No Regrets Rumble.
The opening contest of Loaded, it is a singles bout set for one fall. And it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Nottingham, England. Weighing in tonight at 200 pounds, the young bull, Gabriel Kidd.
Well, there you go. There's Gabriel Kidd's character, all in one 30-second, 1-minute spell there. You saw him make everyone wait, come out when he wants to. You saw him attack Stevie Aaron on his way out as well. That is the kind of man Gabriel Kidd is.
And here comes a man who has a different kind of attitude.
His opponent from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in tonight 220 pounds. He is the prestigious one, Joe Hendry.
Joe Hendry, the prestigious one, has wanted a piece of Gabriel Kidd for a very long time. He earned the right to do just that with his victory at Lights Out over John Batbones Klinger. Hendry deciding last week to call out that right and to say that he would have that match this week.
And remember, the last time these two men went nose to nose at the Magnificent Seven, they went to a time limit draw. They stole the entire show. And I get the feeling they're going to do the exact same to kick off this week's Loaded.
Well, it was Hendry who was apparently on the brink of victory when that time limit expired at Magnificent Seven. So the prestigious one with plenty of reason to be confident that he can take down Gabriel Kidd here. But if there's one thing you can say for Gabriel Kidd, it's that he's not lacking in self-belief.
Well, why would Gabriel Kidd be lacking in self-belief? The same goes for Joe Hendry. When you look at these two athletes inside that professional wrestling ring, you see the future of this industry.
Hendry is trying to use that amateur background to take Kidd down. And this was one of the very interesting things about that first match at Magnificent Seven. Given the hatred between these two, we were expecting a brawl from the get-go, but actually it was much more of a mat-based technical match, at least for much of that 20 minutes. And to be fair to Kidd, he hung in there with Hendry.
Well, both these men have spent time abroad honing their skills. Gabriel Kidd in Japan, Joe Hendry all over the world as part of Team Scotland in the Commonwealth Games. It's all about one-upsmanship for both these athletes.
Gabriel Kidd is certainly talented, but he's also riding his luck here in Defiant. He's drawn number 30, the best possible draw for that No Regrets Rumble, and you say that makes him the favourite.
Oh, 100%. 100% Gabriel Kidd now is the firm favourite for that No Regrets Rumble. He has to be.
Well, we are just a couple of weeks away now from No Regrets, so we don't have too long to wait. By the way, the man that Kidd defeated at Lights Out, David Starr, we know he has drawn number 1 in that Rumble, which is the opposite of good luck.
Well, David Starr is going to have to go the distance. Now, David Starr, his cardio is pretty good. I'm going to give him that. He can go for a long, long time, but he's going to have to go for the longest time at No Regrets. He's the number 1 entrant, and imagine he made it all the way to the end, and then he sees that timer count down, and Gabriel Kidd come out as number 30.
Kidd has been trying, I think, with some success to get into the head of David Starr as of late by saying that he's a failure, that he always gets close to winning and then bottles it, for want of a better phrase. But Hendry came out to defend Starr last week, to say that David Starr is one of the top names in independent wrestling today, but Starr didn't like Hendry coming out to defend him.
Certainly didn't, and Gabriel Kidd now deciding to take a little breather on the outside, assess his options. That's what separates this young man from the rest of the pack. He belies his young age with his wit, his smarts. He knows what he's doing every second he's inside that ring, and as we just saw, outside it as well, calculated.
Hendry pretty calculated himself in his approach here. He's giving Kidd plenty of respect in terms of his ability, if not in terms of his attitude.
And then to your point, Bradshaw, there's almost a begrudging level of respect for each man's skill set. They might not like one another personally, but they know how accomplished each other is inside that ring.
Tried to hook him up for a pin there, did Hendry, but Kid got one leg in the ropes to ensure that that pinfall wouldn't be registered. Kid is talking trash to Hendry, then what you got?
That's what Gabriel Kidd does. And usually it's successful. I'm not too sure he's going to get inside the head of the prestigious one, but hey, maybe he already has.
Tie up here, they've been hooked up for a long time. Finally goes into the ropes, and so much for a clean break. I guess we wouldn't expect one from Kidd.
Competition is rife here in Defiant Wrestling generally, but when you look at Gabriel Kidd and Joe Hendry, as I said earlier, you see the future around here.
This rear waist hook from Hendry, rolling Kidd all around the ring, again finally into the ropes. Hendry won't mind though, because that was making a statement to Gabriel Kidd, and you can see the look on Kidd's face. It says very much that message was received.
Gabriel Kidd just taking his time, drawing off with some of the patrons here in Newcastle. Peasants, I mean, not patrons.
I thought you were being a bit nice for you.
It was a mistake, it won't happen twice.
Well, Hendry in some trouble here. Courtesy of Kidd bending that left leg and driving his elbow into that soft part of the knee. Knee pad, a little bit of protection, but not much for Hendry.
And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Gabriel Kidd. Still in his early 20s, but he wrestles like he's been doing this for 30, 40 years.
He's a student of the game, is Gabriel Kidd. Studied classic wrestling from the past several decades. They've all been an influence on his style. He's learned the bad as well as the good in terms of the way he behaves when he comes out here, and that is the problem that I think most fans have with him, and the problem we would all have if he were to win that Rumble.
Well, again, he has to be considered the favourite for that, going in as number 30. The last man to enter, he could be the last one to leave, and he could win himself a shot at that Defiant Championship.
Fireman's carry takedown from Hendry. It's a 2 count. Kidd once more backing off under that bottom rope to ensure that Hendry couldn't string a couple of moves together there. He's trying to break up the rhythm of Hendry. Oh. He's having limited success because a big shoulder block from Hendry, and the lateral press gets a 2 count.
And they're so well matched, both these men. Now, every hero, every villain, they have their opposite. Batman has the Joker, and Joe Hendry has Gabriel Kidd, and vice versa.
Kidd goes to cover again.
I'll leave it up to you to decide who's the hero and who's the villain.
Well, that's not hard to work out.
What do you mean?
Anyway, Hendry going for the Hendry lock, it looks like, trying to twist that ankle around. And this was the move that almost put away Kidd before that time limit expired. That Magnificent 7.
Now, Gabriel Kidd grabbing at the hair of Joe Hendry, who just swats him off. Continues applying the pressure.
Hendry now gets it. Now he's got it. There's the Hendry lock. The Hendry lock from Hendry. Kidd uses that spare leg to boot Hendry right in that left side of the pectorals and forced him away. Now Kidd has got Hendry in the corner. Big uppercut. Hendry responds with one of his own.
Starting to heat up here on Loaded. It was only a matter of time.
Going through is Hendry. Once more gets those shoulders of Kidd down. Kidd needs to be careful. There's a warning sign because Hendry can get you in a pinning position from any one of 1,000 different positions.
The thing about every submission, specifically this one from a man the size of Joe Hendry, you have all his body weight crushing your organs, your bones, your joints, everything, and you can see the pain etched on the face of Gabriel Kidd.
Hendry rolling back, grabbing that left leg, and now again looking for the Hendry lock. This time, once more, he's got it in. Kid was able to escape last time. Hendry, I think, has got that ankle more twisted this time, and Kid's going to try and do the same thing, going to try and use that spare leg, but Hendry not going to allow it. He's applied the half crab on top of the Hendry lock.
You imagine the pain coursing through the body of Kid.
Gabriel Kidd with the body weight of Hendry on that leg as well. Kidd with his only options to get that bottom rope. Can he get there? Yes, he can.
The disappointment now on Joe Hendry's face tells the full story.
Hendry is feeling, though, that things are going his way. This second time of asking against Gabriel Kidd. A low blow! A low blow by Kidd, a blatant disqualification.
Here is your winner as a result of a disqualification, the prestigious one, Joe Hendry!
Kidd is still going here on Hendry.
Gabriel Kidd obviously not concerned with picking up the win here on Loaded, just wants to punish the prestigious one.
I don't think that Kidd thinks he can beat Hendry. He decided to go for the disqualification. David Starr! David Starr is here!
The number 1 against number 30 in the No Regrets Rumble.
Starr getting some payback for those words that Kidd had for him last week. Kidd trying to get out of here. Starr not letting him go anywhere. David Starr is furious. David Starr unloading here. On Gabriel Kidd.
Oh no, they're coming this way, Bradshaw.
They're right in front of us as Hendry's still in the ring. And Starr with the side suplex right on the apron.
Someone's going to have to stop this. That's merciless assault on the young bull.
This is returning to the locker room, and Hendry and Starr now eyeball to eyeball. These two had problems last week.
Now eye to eye.
Again, Hendry and Starr. The tension threatening to boil over.
Hendry asking Starr, you really want to steal my thunder?
It is pretty wild from Starr and Hendry. And now they unload. David Starr, Joe Hendry. It is boiling over between two of the entrants in the No Regrets Rumble.
Here comes security. Here comes some referees to break these men up. We might need more than that, boys. Wow.
Hendry and Starr having to be separated by officials, but there will be no one to separate them in just, 13 days' time. You can hear Starr saying, I'll see you at the Rumble. And he's absolutely right. Starr and Hendry at odds, heading towards the No Regrets Rumble.
This is intense, Bradshaw. Both these men, now listen, the big question is, will David Starr see Joe Hendry in the No Regrets Rumble? Because we don't know what number the prestigious one drew, but we know that David Starr will be first through that curtain. He drew number 1.
This is intense, to say the least, between Hendry and Starr.
Referee security having trouble keeping these guys separated.
Yeah, well, on May 25th in Manchester, they won't have to, because they're going to let these guys fight in that No Regrets Rumble. Starr now getting out of here. And Joe Hendry looking frustrated. Disqualification win for Joe Hendry against Gabriel Kidd, but David Starr lies in wait at the No Regrets Rumble.
Okay, let me read this one. Prince Amin is a terrible general manager. What? Oh, the next one. Prince Amin is a fake Indian prince. What? What? I'm an actual Indian prince. Hey, come in. Prince Amin is...
Oh, what are you doing?
Oh, yo. Nothing? Nothing?
Just don't bother reading the comments, babe.
Are you sure?
It's not worth it.
All right. Well, I'm glad you came. I'm glad you came here, though. I'm glad you came here because Visage.
Yes.
You have the honor of picking the number that you enter into the No Regrets Rumble. Now what I want you to do is stick your hand in there, feel all the way around, and pick out a number.
Okay.
Pick out a number. Yeah?
Okay,
You
yeah,
happy?
yeah.
Can I have a
Yeah,
peek?
I'm
Can I have a
good.
peek? Oh wow.
That's pretty
Oh
good.
wow.
I don't know. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah? Is it good enough for you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go in there, make everyone bend the knee, and the Queen of Queens will slay.
Definitely.
Yes.
I've got faith. Anyway, I've got important business to attend to.
Just read my comments. They're so much nicer.
Okay, no worries. Visage is the best red.
Well, the entrants are coming thick and fast now for the No Regrets Rumble, the third annual No Regrets Rumble on May 25th in Manchester. Don't forget, if you want to join us in person, tickets are still available at wearedefiant.com/tickets. If you want to watch on demand, access.wearedefiant.com. And of course, if you are a new customer, you get a 30-day free trial, so you can watch No Regrets without paying a penny.
Guys, are we?
What the hell happened last week, huh?
What do you mean?
I already told you strike one! And now it's strike two!
What do you mean strike
It's
two?
your fault we lost!
No, it's not.
What do you mean it's not your fault?
No. Amin pushed me.
No! You hit me, and then Simon Miller pinned me 1, 2, 3! It's because you just can't let things go with that man, huh?
What?
It's your fault, that's strike two! You know what strike three means? Strike three means you're out. So you know what? You need to be punished. Because I don't want to get to strike three, Howard. I don't want to get to strike three. So you're going to get punished. Anti-fun punished. You're going to have a match. Oh yeah, you're going to have a match.
Whoa,
this is tough love, Howard.
No.
Trial by fire.
Hey, come on, Chief.
No.
Come on.
No!
What?
You're going to have a match. Not just any match. A hardcore match.
What?
And that match is against an old friend.
I will thrill you!
Good luck.
You're gonna need it. Santos?
This is just a not-so-friendly reminder from your Defiant Wrestling Internet Champion. Martin Kirby is not here. Martin Kirby will not be here. Martin Kirby will especially not be here after the show to sell merchandise or to meet anybody. And as a result, he hopes that you all have a less than satisfactory time.
What a guy. That was charming.
The following contest, it is a tag team match set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first.
Here they come, an impressive young tag team with wrestling in their blood.
Coming to the ring at this time, this is the team of Thomas and Mark Billington, the Dynamic Duo!
Dynamic Duo, of course, took on the team of British wrestling legends Jody Fleisch and Johnny Storm at Lights Out, but unsuccessful on that occasion, so the Dynamic Duo are going to be looking to get back in the win column here against a team who somehow are undefeated, admittedly after just one match.
Well, they might make it 2-0 if Benji listens to Connor Renshaw, the undoubted leader of this team, if you ask me.
Their opponents, this is the team of Connor Renshaw and the Magnificent Seven briefcase holder, Benji. They're collectively known as Renben.
So it's still Renben officially then.
But Benshaw's a ridiculous name. Who would buy a t-shirt with that on it? Renben just has this marketable feel to it that it's an intangible quality, Dave, that would be lost on a simpleton like you. Connor Renshaw knows the deal though.
Renben is the team of Renshaw and Benji which was formed only when Benji got that Magnificent 7 briefcase. So you've got to question whether Conor Renshaw is really Benji's friend.
Who gave this mutt a mic?
Conor, now I know you really like these t-shirts, and I know you put a lot of thought and effort into them, but we can't be wearing these in Newcastle. So, I've got you a present. Hold this.
What's the present?
Oh, God. I thought it was a dog, not a magpie.
I think those might be referee shirts.
Well, it could be, yeah.
Well, look at this. Either way, it is the colours of Newcastle United.
Hey, listen, do you know why that is? Do you know why that they've got those colours? I've just figured it out. It's because now it's official that they're a tag team. How about that? No? Okay then.
But no, it's because we are in Newcastle, and you can't expect Benji, who is a Newcastle fan, to wear the colours of Sunderland.
He's not really going to soil his skin by putting that rag on, is he?
Well, Renshaw is an avid Sunderland fan, so this would be quite the gesture of team spirit.
Don't do it. You'll sell your soul. Next thing we know, Mike Ashley's going to come out here and manage this team.
There we are. The change of costume for Renben.
Renben.
It's still not entirely clear to me what the team is called, but anyway.
I think it's not entirely clear to either one of these men what the hell is going on, but, you know, roll with it. You know who knows what's happening? The dynamic duo. They have a job to do here tonight after losing to Jody Fleisch and Johnny Storm.
Yeah, and here's the thing with the dynamic duo. You've got to be impressed by the professionalism, the even-temperedness of the Billingtons, because while all of that going on was happening between Renshaw and Benji, they weren't distracted, they didn't lose their focus, which is pretty impressive for two men of their inexperience. Thomas Billington is taking charge here against the holder of the Magnificent 7 briefcase.
Now to the outside. This isn't where Benji wants to be. Oh, ribs first. Look at the concern on the face of Conor Renshaw. He's hurting for his friend, Bradshaw.
Now Benji is his friend. His meal ticket is what it is.
Are you kidding?
Well,
A Happy Meal at McDonald's?
I've said this before. We know that Renshaw challenged Benji for that Magnificent 7 briefcase. This is a power slam from Mark Billington, cover and a kick out on one by Benji, and it's only after Renshaw wasn't able to get the briefcase that way that he offered to team with Benji. So you'll forgive me if I have some suspicions.
By the way, Benji looks like the toy you'd get in a Happy
Look at
Meal.
Renshaw. Takes one drop kick, gets out of there.
That's leadership. He saw that Benji was doing so well that he just wanted, he's not ready, he hasn't stretched yet. Conor Renshaw is all, there we go, there's a stretch.
A knee right into the lower back from Renshaw, and Benji's not happy with that. We know that Benji's been trying to reform the character of Renshaw after Renshaw used a low blow against Tuck Shop to win this team's debut match. Benji is trying to be, trying to turn the character of Renshaw into something a little bit more ethical. It seems like it's an ongoing project, shall we say, so far. Renshaw with the cover gets 2.
Best and most emotional story that I've seen since Terminator 2, quite frankly.
Great film.
Yeah, I hear that you have it on VHS, on DVD. You've downloaded it digitally. You have the poster on your wall. You've got the works.
I don't have a VHS player anymore. The only person I know who does is, of course, Rory Coyle.
Oh, don't bring him up.
Now form this unholy alliance with Rampage, and we still tonight will see Rampage in action. Non-title match against Kyle Fletcher as Benji goes into the ring post. But if Fletcher does win that, he'll earn a place in the main event, well, other than the Rumble, of course, the main event of No Regrets. It's currently a one-on-one match for the world title between Rampage and Haskins, but Fletcher could be added to that. Double tag here. Mark Billington getting the better of Renshaw. Clothesline takes Renshaw down.
Terribly unfair. Renshaw hasn't had a chance to warm up yet. Again, this man needs to limber up.
Double suplex by the Billingtons.
If Benji wouldn't get a beat down every time he enters the ring, maybe Connor Renshaw could prepare properly for this match.
It's always Benji's fault for you, isn't it?
100%.
Renshaw
that will
can
never change.
Renshaw can do no wrong.
Yeah, that's a good t-shirt.
I like Benji's t-shirts.
Dogs aren't supposed to wear clothes. I'll leave it at that.
Benji, look at this crossface from Benji. Variation on it. He's got that left arm behind the shoulder as well. Renshaw using a torture rack. They're looking for the submission here. Mark Billington fights his way free. Thomas still in trouble, but Mark makes the save.
The Billingtons keep themselves in this match.
Double drop kick. Takes down Renshaw.
Caught Renshaw in the midsection and up high on the chest. Look at this.
The drop kick from the raised position. Mark Billington goes for the cover on Benji, and Renshaw saves his, I was going to say friend.
It is his friend. What are you trying to say?
I've already said it. You know exactly what I mean.
Connor Renshaw cares deeply about his friendship with Benji. Look, he's even bailing him out, tagging into this match at the most important time.
Caught did Billington, Thomas Billington at least. Mark Billington helps Thomas to land on top of Benji. Renshaw powered out of that one.
Yeah, just raw strength from Renshaw.
And they are back to the drawing board, are Ben. Billington's continuing this onslaught against Renshaw. Benji not in a position to help his partner at the moment. The beating he's taken, bicycle kick nearly takes the head off of Mark Billington.
And that's the power of Renshaw, and that can change every... Oh, here's another example, perhaps.
Renshaw lost his footing. He was trying to take Thomas Billington off that top rope.
That gave Thomas Billington the time to headbutt Connor Renshaw a few times.
Oh, wait, he's got the briefcase. Renshaw gonna take the low road here.
Do it. Smash both their skulls in. Come on.
Maybe Benji needs to do some work with you as well. Renshaw changes his mind. It looks like Benji's advice is paying off.
Paying off? Really?
Here comes Thomas Billington with the headbutt. And, well, Renshaw, he may regret the fact he didn't use the briefcase because he could lose it here. No, Benji makes the save.
He should have used the briefcase.
They're still in this.
You could lie to Benji later on. Just say you won fair and square. Oh.
Benji could watch the match back, you know. Anyway.
Dogs don't watch television.
Not a dog. Billington looking for the suplex, but Renshaw, bigger of the two men, more powerful, able to counter with a delayed vertical suplex.
Benji going high.
Yeah, Benji looking for the double team maybe, and now look, the crush body from the vertical suplex position. Thomas Billington taken down, the cover by Renshaw, and Renben pick up the win.
Here are your winners, Rampage!
Benji, Connor Renshaw are 2-0.
Unbelievable. Now I told you, if Benji follows Connor Renshaw's lead, we're going to have one hell of a team here.
And by the way, it was Benji's way that got it done. Renshaw thought about cheating, he didn't, and they didn't need to, because Benji proving that you can win without taking a shortcut.
What are you doing in my office?
Blowing a loaded up the wall.
Will you put that down?
Hey!
Who do you think you are, huh?
We're
This
the
is General Means office. SEC? Huh?
Champions!
Champions! Champions! Get out of my office.
That's no way to talk to Will Ospreay's best friends, all right?
Best friends.
You know what? I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this because you know what? It just so happens that I spoke to Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
I spoke to Will Ospreay, and he has difficulty remembering who you even are. Apparently, I even spoke to him for like over a year, and he could only remember you from the days where you guys used to backyard.
Hey, we're not yards. We don't talk about that anymore, right? We're professional wrestlers.
Oh,
don't be talking about that around here, right?
Okay, all right. So you're getting a bit angry. Well, you might be getting a little bit more angry because you guys are going to defend your tag titles against Team White Wolf at No Regrets. And you know what, guys? I've seen the shenanigans that you guys have been up to, and I'm going to keep a very close eye on you guys. See you later, guys.
Let's go
Yeah,
tell
that's
Will about
right.
this.
Get back
Let's
my
go
back.
tell Will about this. Come on.
Boom. Have you seen this? Causing problems here. Causing like difficulties. Hey, get out of my office, man.
Oh, Mr. Amin, my old pal. How's it going, mate? You alright? How you doing? You know, you got this nice new office. Nice beige wall, you know, kind of resembles your wrestling, but I'm just here to ask you for a favour, you know. Remember the old times, WCPW, you know, hanging out with Cody Rhodes, you know, it was good times, wasn't it? Just ask her a favour.
Yeah, good times. Like
Yeah.
the time you kicked me directly in the balls. Or the time that you kicked my ass at Built to Destroy.
Whoa,
Huh? Those are good times.
Whoa, look.
Why should I do you
There's
a
a
favour?
bridge. All water under the bridge. All water under the bridge. Listen, I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm here to ask you for a favour. I want one thing. No regrets. I want David Starr. One-on-one one more time. Because it becomes... some people just can't get it into their heads, can't get it into their minds that I beat him. He can't get it into his mind that I beat him. So how about you make the match Gabriel Kidd, David Starr? Simple as that.
Okay, look, Gabriel Kidd. I see that you've been bragging about being number 30 in the No Regrets Rumble. I see that David Starr has drawn number 1. Well, if you're so confident that you can beat David Starr,
Yeah.
how about you put your number 30 on the line? And if you win, you get to be 30. If David Starr wins, he gets to be number 30. Whoever loses gets to be the first entrant into the No Regrets Rumble. What do you think of that, huh, Gabe? Huh? So confident?
It amuses me.
Yeah?
That you think he has a chance of beating me. He won't even make it to the Rumble, so if that's the way you want to go about it, that's fine with me.
Yeah, get out of my office.
Well, so 2 more massive matches made for No Regrets. SCC will defend the tag team titles against the returning Team White Wolf from Spain. And we know that General Amin is going to be paying very, very close attention to make sure that the tag team champions don't get up to their usual tricks.
And get this, it's double or nothing. Gabriel Kidd versus David Starr. Now, Gabriel Kidd, as it stands, is the number 30 entrant in the No Regrets Rumble. David Starr's the first entrant. That could change because the winner of this match now enters at number 30. The loser is number 1.
It's all part of No Regrets, and we are less than 2 weeks away. If you want to join us in Manchester on May 25th, you can still get tickets at wearedefiant.com/tickets. Of course, if you want to watch on demand from anywhere in the world, it is access.wearedefiant.com that you need to go to. And if you are a new customer with that 30-day free trial, you can watch all of No Regrets for absolutely free. All right, well, as Loaded rolls on, Kyle Fletcher now with a huge opportunity.
So now Kyle, the heavyweight, Fletcher, gets a shot at the big guy, gets a shot at Rampage. The guy who's seen the sense, the guy whose respect I earned. He's turned his back on these muppets, these guys that chant for you. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. I'll be at ringside, Kyle. I can't wait to watch it. The question is your tag partner going to join you? Is Big Mark for himself, Davis, going to be at ringside, cheering on, hoping that his boy can upset Defiant, hoping that his boy can win the big one? I don't think you can, guys. I wasn't going to start this video and start calling you guys wrestling tourists or anything like that, because listen to my voice. I'm not even from here. For some reason, Rampage likes me. Rampage saw the light and joined me. But it's not just him. I go to these shows and look at me. I'm not a specimen like the rest of the roster. I can't do those high-flying moves. I'm not one of these indie darlings. I'm a throwback to this type of wrestler that doesn't even exist anymore. For some reason, these guys, they respect me. I don't need to worry about my visa running out. I'm going nowhere. The other reason I'm going nowhere is I've got the respect of those guys. And the question is, boys, do you? Because as good as you are, as popular as you are with these fans, I don't know that you've got that locker room respect. I don't know that you can walk up to guys like Rampage Brown, Martin Kirby, Pac, look them straight in the eyes, shake their hand, and get respect. Why is that? See, I respect the hell out of what these guys did. I know that I am standing in the house that they built. There would be no Defiant. There would be no ICW. There would be no Progress. Hell, there wouldn't be a UK product on that network if it wasn't for guys like them. Guys that did the camps for years. Guys that wrestled in the small venues for years. Hell, guys that got that golden ticket like Rampage, went the whole way to Florida, didn't like what they were doing, and before it was popular to shove a contract up someone's ass, before it was popular to be independent, he told them to f*** off, and he came back and he built this house that we all live in. So it's not about me throwing shit at you guys. I just want to know, do you respect the monster that is Rampage? Do you respect everything he's done? Because Kyle, if you don't, he's going to beat the respect into you.
The following is a non-title contest set for one fall, and it has a 20-minute time limit. Introducing at this time from New South Wales, Australia, representing Aussie Open, and winning tonight at 200 pounds, the Aussie Arrow, Kyle Fletcher!
Kyle Fletcher, the Aussie Arrow, obviously most known for his work as part of Aussie Open, the longest reigning tag team champions in Defiant history, but Fletcher with a chance to set his sights on a singles title. If he can beat the world champion here in non-title action, he will be added to the main event of No Regrets.
Just shows you how quickly things can change around here. Kyle Fletcher, he could be in the title picture, but first he has to get through this man, who, let's just say, has had a change of his own as of late.
His opponent is accompanied by the last true sick boy, Rory Coyle, from Leeds, England. Weighing in tonight at 260 pounds, he is the current Defiant Wrestling World Champion, Rampage!
A change of heart indeed for Rampage. The efforts of Rory Coyle to get into the head of the world champion and to change his mentality apparently have now paid off. Rampage and Coyle, I'll call it what I called it earlier, an unholy alliance.
I just can't wrap my head around it. I really can't. For the longest time, Rory Coyle spoke of bringing the monster out in Rampage. He didn't want the best wrestler in Defiant. He wanted a beast, a monster, and it looks like he's succeeded. And Rory Coyle staying out here at ringside, and that That chills me to my very core, I have to be honest.
That should chill Kyle Fletcher to his core as well, because Fletcher is out there on his own, and the same cannot be said of Rampage. Again, this is a non-title match, but still a big opportunity for Fletcher, because he will be in a title match if he wins this. That match between Rampage and Mark Haskins for the world title at No Regrets would become a three-way with Kyle Fletcher added to it.
Unbelievable. If you're Mark Haskins, you have to be wondering what's going on. You won that shot against Rampage fair and square, and now all of a sudden, that could become a three-way with Kyle Fletcher in the mix. So many unanswered questions. We're going to get some answers here in the main event of Loaded.
Fletcher looked for a clean break and got one from Rampage, but I don't think that was because Rampage was feeling compassionate. I think it's all part of the mind games. And one thing among many that you could say about this new alliance between Rampage and Coyle is that Coyle's mentality, Coyle's attempts, or Coyle's success, quite frankly, to get into the heads of his opponents may have rubbed off on Rampage.
And Rory Coyle, like any director does, just keeping a close eye on a movie that, let's be honest about it, he created. It's a horror movie as well.
He has molded Rampage into a version of himself that only Coyle could foresee.
Kyle Fletcher has bulked up a little bit over the past few months. But physically, in terms of sheer power, he might not be a match for Rampage. I don't think anyone is.
Not too much in it, weight-wise. Rampage still a bigger man, but not by much. A shoulder block from Fletcher. Fletcher's looking good here.
Imagine going from one half of the longest reigning Defiant Tag Team Champions ever to being in the mix to become Defiant World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, Fletcher got caught by Rampage. Coyle likes what he sees on the outside.
That sick, twisted smile.
So covered by Rampage. Fletcher kicks out, and Fletcher keeping those world title dreams alive, at least for now, but
barely.
Yeah. There's a tall order for anyone when you've got this combination of Rampage and Coyle.
It just baffles me, Dave. It really does that Rory Coyle has played the long game here. Now, he was Defiant World Heavyweight Champion himself. He lost that championship back to Rampage, but in the process, has he gained another minion?
Coyle apparently playing the long game. Lost the battle at Lights Out and lost the championship in the process, but seems to have won the war for the soul of Rampage. Justin Sison was the opposing army in that regard, I guess. Could see that there was a possible dark side of Rampage that Coyle could bring out, tried to stop it, but couldn't prevent what has ultimately happened.
Justin Sison didn't want Rampage to walk down that path. He wanted him to walk towards the light. It didn't happen.
It was a choice for suplex from Rampage. It was a choice of order or chaos, as Sison put it, and Rampage chose chaos, which is much to the pleasure of Coyle. Rampage goes for the cover on Fletcher. 1 and 2, and kick out on 2.
Can you imagine Rampage, as good as he was before, now this monster has been unleashed and he has been manipulated and quite frankly represented by the looks of things, Rory Coyle. Can you imagine how long he could hold that championship?
Backbreaker from Rampage, everything he does, so devastating. Pressing those shoulders down into the mat, and Fletcher trying to roar with frustration as he tries to find a way into this match against this imposing world champion.
Imposing is the word. Fans trying to rally behind Kyle Fletcher, but this is just sheer destruction from Rampage.
Choking out Fletcher. This is the kind of thing we wouldn't have seen from Rampage before. Breaking the rules, or at least bending them as far as they will bend.
These are the ones you want.
And now Rampage is jawing off at the crowd.
Rory Coyle with that camera over in the corner. Is he filming this?
I don't even want to speculate on any of the actions of Rory Coyle because you have to go into a very dark place to understand anything that man does. Ducks the clothesline to Fletcher. Takes out Rampage on the rebound.
Rampage didn't see that one coming. Now there's a look of concern across Coyle's face.
Fletcher with the roll through. Clothesline in the corner. Fletcher building up a head of steam here. Fletcher is going to go up to the top floor. Fletcher tries to take out Rampage. Rampage charged at him. Fletcher dived out of the way. And now Rampage, though, regaining the upper hand. Go for that implant DDT, but it gets countered. Big suplex shakes the ring. Fletcher for the cover to go into the world title match. Oh. Rampage kicks out.
Shook the ring and almost shook up the Defiant Championship picture at No Regrets on May 25th in Manchester, but not quite.
Coyle was looking concerned because if Coyle is all about anything, it's all about control. Coyle wants to be fully in control of everything that's going on, and of course if that match against Haskins at No Regrets became a three-way, then he loses that element of control. It's another uncertainty added to the picture if Fletcher is in there.
That power.
Leads a back suplex from Rampage. Cover, hook in the leg. Rampage, the world champion, can't quite put away Kyle Fletcher, at least not yet.
And every time Kyle Fletcher manages to find a way to escape, Rory Coyle wears this look of disbelief, almost like he's watching twists and turns in those horror movies that he makes. Rampage can't quite believe that this one isn't over yet either.
Rampage looking for that pile driver to put Fletcher away. Fletcher not allowing it to happen. Able to escape. Hits Rampage with the forearm. Fletcher going to charge in. Rampage moves out of the way. Big boot goes up from Fletcher into the jaw. Fletcher is holding his own here against the champion. Oh.
He isn't half. This could change everything, Dave.
Fletcher's got Rampage up. Powerful young athlete is Kyle Fletcher. Scoops him up, slams him down, sit out slam, hooks the leg. Fletcher, can he get him this time? No. Fletcher having to wonder at this point what he's got to do to keep those shoulders of the world champion down for the full 3 seconds.
It's a tough enough task at the best of times, but now Rampage has this, I don't know what to call it, supernatural, evil power that Rory Coyle possesses that has been breathed into Rampage, his lungs, and now he's a different kind of force, a different level, a monster, a beast.
Fletcher going for those kicks. This time he gets caught though, went to the well once too often I think. And now Fletcher still finding a way to maintain the advantage, or he was until Rampage hit him with the boot. Fletcher, super kick. Rampage up the rope, gets hit by a second one. The champion still won't go down.
The ropes coming to Rampage, his rescue.
Rampage, brainbuster. He'll go for the cover here. Rampage. The lateral press didn't hook the leg, and Fletcher was able once more to hang in there, but only by his fingertips.
Rampage smells blood.
He'll go for the pile driver. Oh, Fletcher counters. Fletcher, he's got the shoulders of the champion down. Not for the full 3 count, just for 2 again.
What a main event here on Loaded. Kyle Fletcher looking. Oh, here we go.
Grabbed by the hair. He grabbed him by the hair, but he takes him down with the pile driver. Fletcher's head bouncing off the canvas. Rampage with the cover, and Rampage puts away Kyle Fletcher.
Here is your winner, the Defiant Wrestling World Champion, Rampage!
Rampage preventing Fletcher from going into that main event of Lights Out, the world title match. Instead it remains one-on-one between Rampage and Haskins.
Rory Coyle still filming what's happening, filming the people here in Newcastle as the Defiant Champion holds his prize aloft.
We get some sick pleasure out of the disappointment of these fans that Fletcher couldn't pick up the win. Rampage looking as dominant as ever, if not more so. Now he's with Coyle.
Coyle now just the director of this destruction.
He's going to try for the pile driver again. Well, Fletcher is helpless at this point. Fletcher has been knocked silly by the pile driver. Oh, here comes Haskins! Haskins! Mark Haskins and Vicky Haskins cleaning house. Rampage and Coyle trying to do more damage to Kyle Fletcher. But Mark Haskins, the man who will challenge Rampage for that world title on May 25th, not going to let that happen. Rampage and Haskins, eyeball to eyeball, they will be one-on-one at No Regrets.